You know that look when one thing, usually an actor or an interview subject, is in focus and everything else is out of focus and all blurry? That's called shallow depth of field. Depth of field basically refers to how much of your shot is in focus. Shallow depth of field means very little is in focus, so it really draws attention to your subject. And make sure you get that really nice blurred out background. It's a really cinematic filmic look, and most people use a DSLR to achieve it, or a really expensive video camera. But you can achieve it on almost any camera, it just takes a little more effort. I'm going to use a Canon point and shoot, but you can try this on almost any point and shoot, or even some phone cameras.
And here we see the bumblebee, Bombus terrestris, in its native habitat as it flies around the garden. Observe how...
Now we get our camera and focus on the subject. You'll see that everything is still in focus, so what we need to do now is zoom in as much as possible. We also need to put as much distance between the subject and the background as possible. The bigger the distance, the more out of focus the background will be. Get as close as possible to the subject without losing focus. Now your camera has a minimum focus distance, so you can't get too close, but you'll be able to get close enough to achieve the effect. The effect will be better if you have a static subject and static camera, so make sure you use a tripod to prop up your camera, or at least something else that keeps it steady, a table, anything. Now you should have a perfectly focused subject and a lovely blurred out background. Shallow depth of field achieved.